First Latino paper in the U.S. was El Mississippi in New Orleans in 1808. People say, why New Orleans, why 1808? Well, New Orleans was a center of travel between the Caribbean, Latin America. There was no freeways, no interstates, no airports, so traffic by boat was the way you came in and out. It's also the time of the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon had conquered Spain and laid claim on the Americas. So refugees came to New Orleans seeking refuge from the war, and then putting out a paper that was very anti-Napoleon, very much taking on the most powerful man in the world to get independence back for their country. Well, Spanish language journalism is growing and continues to grow. It's gone from what you call a niche market, a small piece of the action, to a much larger area. In many cities, the top-rated newscast is a Spanish language broadcasting cast. They talk about the big four networks: ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and really it's five, because usually Univision in any given night will have one of their shows will be in not the top five, but one of the top. Spanish language print is growing and online as well. There's no major media corporation that isn't doing something in Spanish now, one way or another, and it will continue to grow. There'll be a boom, maybe a boomlet, but certainly a boom after the census figures come out showing the dispersion of our population to areas beyond the border, into cities and areas where there haven't been a lot of Latinos previously. Today you have to be multimedia, anybody. You have to be able to dance across different platforms: video, online, print, graphics, photography. But for Latino journalists, it's the opportunity to also be multicultural, to report and print and understand more than one language, more than one culture, more than one nation. And it's the bridge building that takes place there that presents the opportunity.